How y'all doing out there? Y'all chime on in for another fabulous week with the hams.
For another lovely episode this Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. coming to you live on YouTube and Facebook. It's the Ham Show.
Hopefully y'all can hear us out there. We've been doing some modifications and wire change outs. Hopefully everything is straight. You know, knowing my wife, she probably plugged the wrong one into the wrong thing.
Wow, that's how you go.
Sometimes you do that. And then I got
do me on part of it.
Then I got to fix it.
Oh, yeah, you ain't had to fix nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I be fixing my own fix-ups.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah, if it's a fix-up, I fixes it. You know what I'm saying? I gets it done.
Well, let's give somebody a minute to come on in. How was your day?
It was good. Oh, we didn't even get a good clank. Hold on. There it is. Mm-hmm. It was good. What up, Chris in the building?
Oh, snap. What up, Chris?
It was good.
Can you hear us out there, Chris? If you can, hit a 1. If one of us is lower than the other, please let us know. That way we can fix that problem quickly.
I got up. I did my Spanish. I cleaned the bathroom. I washed some clothes. I washed almost all the clothes. I just got to put them up. And I gotta mop the toilet room, bath floor. How the fuck you say that?
The toilet
room, bath floor.
Something in my damn eye.
And then I gotta still clean the tub and put the rest of them clothes up. And then I don't know. I think I'm gonna get out tomorrow and get some sunshine and go frolic.
Oh yeah, that means you're gonna wash the car and come right back home. That's basically what
probably. I'm gonna go get a Jamba Juice, get some sheets for the bed, some candles.
That's about it.
Come right back home. Yeah, man, I did have the day off, Chris. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, thank you. We sound perfect, Chris. I did have the day off. So when I had the day off and I get after I get some rest, I usually start doing stuff around the house and doing my wifely duties and trying to make sure stuff is taken care of, done. Usually, that's usually what happens.
Well, good. If you guys are just now chiming on in,
he said I'm gonna have to go back to work so I can have a break.
Who said that?
Chris. Nah, this is my break, man. Work be a break though, because I use work like when I'm having off days. What up, Reggie in the building?
What up, fam? What's going on, buddy?
I use work as like, what up, Mr. Bogan?
New Bogan is in the building.
New Bogan, it's the new Bogans. I don't really use it as a vacation.
What you drinking over there, man? What y'all drinking out there tonight? I busted out some Crown. My wife got some wine. And what y'all drinking on tonight?
You got to come out with your own drink.
Yeah,
Call it the ham bone affair.
We'll see. Thank y'all for chiming in tonight. If you just now chiming in, go ahead and put a like or
subscribe, share,
like,
tell your peoples,
hug or something in that Jones. And
hella shiny.
If you haven't segued over to the YouTube channel, go ahead and hit the YouTube channel. That way, if Facebook start tripping again, we can get you back on the YouTube side.
Yeah, because YouTube seems to be the way, man.
YouTube is the best way.
It seems like.
Thanks, Reggie, for the like. We appreciate it.
It seems like week after
week.
Happy
birthday to Mr. Jordan Young.
Jordan in the building. It's
high quality
Nation.
H2O. You right, man.
He said I'm drinking some fat-free water.
Oh, fat-free water.
Chris said he can't. He just doing water. He can't do alcohol during the summer on the work night. The heat beats him up bad. He have to hydrate. Hey, facts, man.
He's the
Yeah, he's
only
the only dude. Yeah, because Facebook do be
Facebook be
tripping.
tripping, man. So
They be
we got to
tripping. They
get
be
you guys
hating
to
on us.
segue over to YouTube. That way we can have at least a decent feed and a
Well,
good
y'all know what it
Discord.
is. For the people who are faithfully here week
Thanks for the
after
light,
week.
Jordan.
First and foremost, we appreciate y'all, and y'all know what it is, man. YouTube is probably gonna be the best route, and as of right now, that's what we prefer anyway. But we're still gonna
We're
we're gonna
streaming
still
to the
gonna
rest of
yeah.
them. That way we can
The only
get.
ones we stopped doing Instagram. We might go back to doing Instagram. We was doing Instagram for a second, but
Oh yeah, but we wasn't really getting no traction from
well,
Instagram.
Instagram is, and that's the thing. Like you gotta once your following is up to a certain, what I'm saying. Like whoever is on get to see it, but it's only live for that time frame. Like you can't go back and look at it.
Oh, okay.
So it's whatever. You know what I'm saying. But it works. Tonight gonna be an interesting one, man. We talking about fuel or foe and all the way around because you know, I I have conversations with people about eating and stuff like that and habits. Wait, what? Here go Chris. What'd he say?
Chris say,
Facebook is for bitches, for real. Too
"Damn,
many sensitive. Ugh, I need to try to
hating on
watch my
Facebook,
language.
huh?"
He said, ugh, I need to try to watch my language, but
Yeah, we
bitches
just we just lost two
that you
people
got
because of that.
anymore.
We just lost two people off of that one. Chicken noodle soup, man.
Oh man, with a cherry on top, a soda on top. How I go?
But
But
yeah, tonight we talking about
yeah, we talking about
crazy food and
food. We talking about vaccines. We talking about health. We talking about a little bit of everything that has to do with the stuff that they don't want you to know.
what y'all think about vaccines? You think they work?
Yeah, that's a good
You
question.
think they actually working? They actually doing the job that they say they're
What?
supposed to do?
How did vaccines even come about? That's what I should have I gotta research that. I should have did that. But who the hell came up with well, I know it was the not the pharmaceuticals, but you know, the doctors that came up with
Well, I
it.
don't know why they started it, but maybe they was thinking that they was helping.
Could be
Oh,
that they legitimately felt like they was helping. But when I found out I explain this to people all the time. When you know better, when you do, when you learn better, you do better, right? So not all of us knew to not vaccinate or how whatever your cup of tea is, whether you vaccinate or you don't. For though I'm talking to the people who do not. But a lot of people didn't realize that that was something that they probably shouldn't be doing until they started doing more and more research and homework and understanding that you're being, injected with whatever it is that you're trying to prevent you from getting.
so Dr. Edward Jenner
Okay. Is that
created
Bruce's cousin?
the world's first successful vaccine. He found out that people infected with cowpox were immune to smallpox
What makes it an effective vaccine though?
when it helps people be immune to the actual virus when it's an effective vaccine. So the smallpox and cowpox thing actually worked. Started in Europe. I noticed that it didn't happen in other countries, but started in Europe in 1721, where a lady asked the doctor to, she had smallpox, and the doctor came up with this vaccine and gave it to her children, and her children didn't get it
Mm,
while she had it. So apparently, that particular vaccine worked.
mm, okay.
But we it doesn't say anything about any side effects or nothing from it.
Yeah, because that was going to be my next question. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how it was all started. Dr. Edward Jenner says here that he created the first successful vaccine. So that means he was the first to do it right.
Right. In what, 17, what, 21?
I don't know, it doesn't say the date that he created it, but it just has a little brief synopsis.
Jordan say vaccinations were needed in countries that had rampage disease running through it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and see, Reggie says they don't work. So here's the thing with vaccines. In layman's term, to have a better understanding of what the vaccine actually does, it is given to you and it's it's basically whatever it is that you're trying to be immune from, or build your immune system up from. It's given to you so that your body can recognize it and begin to fight it off. And then once it starts to fight it off, if it ever sees it again, it identifies it and fights it all, blah blah blah, or it makes it more or less of an impact. um that's kind of how they work. But the part that got me was, nigga, you putting the shit in me that I don't, that I'm
Yeah,
trying
they're
to.
giving you the stuff.
You giving it to me?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
wait a minute. That's where I started going, hold on, flag on the play.
So they said they were created because it helped eradicate viruses like smallpox, nearly eliminating polio virus, and then diseases previously killed millions. Those diseases previously killed millions of people. The number of people who contracted preventable infectious diseases like measles, diphtheria, is that how you say it? Diphtheria? Diphtheria.
Yeah.
Diphtheria and whooping cough. So they basically made vaccines for that, and I guess it worked since a
Every
lot of people
smoker
don't
got
get
a
that.
whooping cough.
Yeah, for sure. Especially crackheads. I ain't never met a crackhead without a whooping cough.
Well, right. Everybody, every smoker got one of those.
Crackodoses, baby. But yeah, that's according to Slickopedia. That's what they made all
Not
those for.
Slickopedia. So, like back in the day, like my mom, I got vaccines back in the day. My mom got them. And then as I got them for my kids, and then I think when did I stop? I stopped maybe about 15 years ago, maybe
Something like that.
12, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Is when I actually stopped vaccinating the kids, and I was just like, hold up. And that was based off of.
And I haven't had one since I was a kid.
Right. Me neither. I haven't had, and my immune system is just fine. But I started reading stuff, and I had a better understanding of, the reason why we get and catch diseases and stuff in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And then when they broke it down to what the human body was capable of, I was like, well, hold on. What you say, Chris? Chris say, well, that's the whole reason why indigenous peoples died from the conquest, be it the Americas or Pacific Islands or even Africa. The indigenous peoples' bodies couldn't fight foreign illnesses.
And that's why them people should have stayed they sick ass where they was at.
Right.
6 feet, motherfucker, 6 feet.
Right. And that was basically because they was bringing something foreign, like
they was bringing
their shit
from another area.
Like if you come over here and you're sick, you might not be as sick because it's your germs, but then if you give them to me because I'm not used to your germs, then
not my germs.
Right. I'm gonna be sick. You dig? It's funny. Talking about these vaccinations, I'm gonna show you guys a quick video. I think this first one.
Y'all check this out.
This first one is
y'all be able to see what's going on with the
it's
new
really
vaccinations.
it's for the parents. The first one is for the parents for the most part, because
now the old vaccinations work.
The old ones?
The old
I don't know about that.
The ones from the 1700s work.
I don't know about that. Apparently said the one in 1721 for what it was for?
For smallpox and polio or whatever they call it.
Oh, so well, in hindsight, 2020, historically, Chris says, hindsight is 2020. Historically speaking, people didn't know. It took a long time to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, we know what it was.
Well, and that's
some folks wasn't washing their ass.
It was a couple things. It was a couple things. And talking about, stuff taking time over years, that's kind of how it's designed to do. It's designed to affect you over
some people wasn't washing their
an extensive time where you don't notice that you're being affected.
Some people didn't even know what soap was back in the day.
Some people did not. We actually had to show them. Well, hell, I actually had this.
It took an indigenous motherfucker to show
him what soap was. No, listen, I had a cat at work who was like, yeah, I'm white and I never washed with a washcloth either. Ugh. I didn't know what that was and I didn't understand it. I said, well, hold the fuck up. This is real? Like, this is for real? Like, this is not just a joke?
I hope I don't ever hear nobody say
He was like, yeah. He was like, my parents, he says, I went over a black friend's house and they gave me a washcloth. And I,
He's
you
like,
know,
what the
we
fuck I'm
call
gonna
it
do with this?
we call it a face towel.
Right.
You know what I'm
What the fuck
saying?
I'm gonna do with this?
And he said, yeah, he was like, what I'm supposed to do? And they was like, you supposed to wash your body, bro. Like he didn't know. And so, you know, different cultures are taught different things. They come up in different ways.
It's a lot of dusty butts out there.
Yeah, man. Like honestly, it come down to you just being nasty.
It's a cataclysm of dusty butts.
Not a cataclysm.
It's a peripheral of
not a cataclysm.
Yeah, it's a pandemic of dusty butts.
So check this video out real quick. It's talking about no, for real. Kyla said that's crazy. I ain't gonna put him out there, but it's a cool ass coworker, man. And he
I
was
wouldn't
just
shake
like,
his hand.
Nah, he good now. You know, he said he used a face. He's like, I don't understand how you not use a face towel.
He got the ammonia fingers.
Yeah, man. Hey,
you be like,
hey. Jordan says it takes being filthy to become stronger because we get stronger after we had a disease and survive yin and yang effect.
Yeah,
well,
you gotta eat the dirt. Dirt don't hurt.
That's why kids get sick and be carrying around shit because they, you know, their immune system is stronger than ours. So they be having all kind of shit going on with them, and that's why I want them away from me.
I'm just gonna call them dusty butts from now on. They forever gonna be dusty butts.
She said that's the new crack, washcloths. Oh, for real, you got that washcloth.
Hammer don't hurt them. Hammer don't hurt them.
So check it out. We gonna get into this video real quick. Hold on, I gotta put us on the stage and do it right. We can get into this video real quick.
There you go, messing up.
I ain't messed up nothing.
There you go.
I'm on the right side this time, right?
No.
Yes, I am. Yes, I did. So we finna. Oh, I gotta switch it. Let me switch
I already did it.
I just
leave stuff alone now.
Stop switching it.
Leave stuff alone.
So this specific video is talking about pretty much vaccination with kids. So we're gonna get into it real quick. Let y'all check it out. Hopefully it plays like it's supposed to.
Can y'all hear us out there?
Another 3,700 and some who had some vaccines. And what we found, Del, was actually even mind-boggling myself. What I was clearly seeing was these kids don't get sick. They don't get chronic conditions. Well, the data spoke for itself. And you're showing your viewers the graphs. Those orange lines are over time, over that 10 and a half years, the more vaccines you had, the worse you were for whether we looked at infections, ADD, ADHD, neurodevelopmental issues, eczema, allergies. It doesn't matter what we looked at, even just plain old anemia skyrockets in the vaccinated when compared to the blue line, the unvaccinated.
Wow.
This data is so powerful. Definitely looking at every single patient born in my practice. There was no cherry picking. There was no, we're going to exclude you for this or that. Every baby born was looked at, and we looked at every single office visit. We stratified them according to the number of vaccines they had.
Okay.
So basically we had over 500 who had 0 vaccines. And then we had another 3,700 and some who had some vaccines. And what we found, Del, was actually even mind-boggling for myself. What I was clearly seeing was these kids don't get sick. They don't get chronic conditions. Well, the data spoke for itself. And you're showing your viewers the graphs. Those orange lines are over.
So y'all get the point. You know, y'all get the point. It was basically saying that the kids that were getting vaccinated were getting sicker, carrying you just Reggie, I just shot you a mess. Okay. They was getting sicker. They were coming back to the doctors more frequently. Needless to say, I had studied this doctor named Dr. Jennifer Daniels. First and foremost, shout out to Road Cycling All IG. That's where that last video
came from. Road Cycling AWIG
on IG.
Yeah.
What I have found was that, you know, that holds a lot of truth, because I was reading up on this particular doctor, Dr. Jennifer Daniels, Black lady who, you know, wanted so much, like most people who want to be doctors, you know, was to try to save the world. So she was working with these kids and stuff. And see, there you go, clicking on stuff. I got the videos and that. See, you messing up.
My bad, y'all.
Yeah, he be talking about me. But she was, you know, big on trying to help, you know, families, kids, and help heal people. So she was doing different stuff where these kids was not coming back as often as they were supposed to. So the practice was like, hey, our numbers have dropped. What's going on? She was all excited. She was like, yeah, I'm healing people. People are not getting as sick. They're not, they're not coming back as often. And they blackballed her. They took her license and was like, oh no, that's not what we do around here. You ain't supposed to be healing people.
You ain't supposed to be telling the truth.
You ain't supposed to be out here fixing their problems and telling them how to live and eat healthy and not come to the doctors. We're just supposed to put a Band-Aid on it so they can keep coming. So they legitimately blackballed this lady.
That's what they did.
Took her license, and she ended up doing her own thing and kind of getting back into it. But Dr. Jennifer Daniels, y'all should look her up.
That's what they did.
I actually used some of her products.
That's what they did.
He says, do you know that Rockefeller changed medicine? How so, Reggie? How so? Tell us.
He did. Let the people that don't know what's up, though.
Yeah.
Let them know, though.
Yeah.
And hey, Reggie, if you want to go ahead and chime on in and cam up and get your audio ready, you can go ahead and come on in, man. I don't know why everybody be scared.
I don't know.
To dive on in.
I don't know either.
To get their feet wet.
I don't know either.
To get their toes twiddled.
Like, what y'all be out here doing?
Twiddling toes.
We be telling y'all it's all good. It's safe. It's safe out here in these streets. So this next video, this one is kind of funny because it's what Chris say. So Treasure, you think that vaccines get people sick? I have to disagree. Look at the military. Ask anyone that's been in uniform how much shit do they pump you up in boot camp. I didn't say I think that vaccines get you sick. I know that you become infected. And reason being is because if you notice, they're giving you
whatever the sickness you had that you're trying to get rid of.
They're giving it to you. And
so
they're hoping that your immune system is strong enough to fight it off. Why do you think that when a child goes and gets vaccinated, they turn around and give them Tylenol?
Yeah, they usually get sick right after.
They get sick right after, and they give them Tylenol. So it's like, and I know the military, they give you all kind of weird shit, but a lot of stuff that you guys are getting, like tetanus shots and stuff like that, it's not necessarily a virus that you're getting. It's like you're really being pumped full of antibiotics is what's happening to you. So it's really to strengthen your immune system so that if you do catch something, your body will fight it off accordingly. And so, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit tonight when we, before we get out of here, because we're gonna talk about food. We're gonna talk about this new thing, this coming out, this Listeria, this in the meat. We're gonna get into all of that. He said the worst one I got was anthrax. You got an anthrax shot? What the fuck is
anthrax to kill you?
Wait, time out. You got an anthrax? Like, what was that called? He said that was some scary shit. Well, yeah.
So the mandatory military shots is influenza, measles, mumps, rubella, meningococcal.
Yeah, the same shit you get.
Poliovirus, tetanus, diphtheria, everything you get as a child.
Everything you get as a kid.
Basically give
You're
it to you
just getting it
again.
all over again. So yeah.
And then they have optional shots that you guys use, which include anthrax, hemophilus, influenza, type B, Japanese, I don't even know how to say that.
Damn.
That's pneumonia, rabies, smallpox, typhoid fever, yellow fever. So I guess it depends on what country you go to. They add these extra shots.
So Jordan says, I'm vaccinated from anthrax, 8-shot series. I was sick for a week after the first shot. Then the days I was sick reduced after each one, which is...
So you got sick every time.
Exactly. Which is my point.
That's because they gave you the sickness.
They gave it to you. And again, to hope that your body would be strong enough to fight it off. So they give it to you in a certain dosage or whatever, so that your immune system can go, hey, what's that? That ain't supposed to be here. Attack it. And if your immune system does what it's supposed to, then you're considered vaccinated, right? But then that's why you got to get these shots over and over again in life. Like when you're a kid, you would think, at birth, the baby gets a certain number of shots, and then you got to come back at 2. You got to come back at 5. You got to, like, it's weird.
I bet you they didn't know this though.
What?
Service members can request to opt out of mandatory vaccinations for health, administrative, or religious reasons. And these exemptions can be temporary or permanent.
Da da da.
So some of y'all didn't have to.
So a lot of y'all, none of y'all had to get these shots. None of y'all, unfortunately.
A lot of you probably didn't know. They just like, here, come here, get over here. And they stabbed you.
Right.
You gonna let them stab you.
You just walked, you was in a single file line and they just was like, here you go. He says, not back in my day, you couldn't back out. You could always. That's not something that was
they started giving smallpox in 2002.
In 2002. Reggie says Rockefeller bought out the medical school and changed the medicine from natural to oil-based copies of medicine. His lab people found that they could copy these natural medicines. It's meant to keep you coming back. Yeah. Because if you look on every form of medication you get, it tells you this is basically the replica of something else. It's never what it is.
He said, here's a good one. You can tell the person's age by the mark on their shoulder from smallpox.
What? No, what, Chris? What you knowing me on?
It's crazy.
I love it. What you knowing me on, Chris? But as Chris tells me about what he's knowing me on, and I can respond to that. We're gonna get into the second video. Now, this video is kind of sad but funny because realistically, the dude, just watch it. And I think, what is this one from? I can't see it.
This looks like TikTok.
Yeah, but this is it
could be Instagram.
No, it is Instagram. But this one, I think, is the Awakening or somebody.
Reginald said, I got a mark on my shoulder, man.
He like, what you talking about? So y'all check this dude out.
And it scares me to think how bad I would feel if I hadn't had my booster, but I'm still feeling pretty crappy. So I don't really know. I can't really say, what benefit I'm getting because of all has had boosters in my life. But I'm tired, guys. I'm getting tired of the boosters, of getting COVID over and over and doing the right thing, being responsible, but still having to deal with the consequences of getting sick. Can someone explain to me why every time I get a booster, or no matter how many boosters I get, I'm on 9 now, that I always end up getting COVID anyways? Right now, I've got COVID and I'm not feeling great. And it scares me to think how bad I would feel if I hadn't had my booster, but I'm still feeling pretty crappy. So I don't really know.
That's from Awaken Winning. Whoever that is on Instagram. Awaken Winning.
So here's the thing. He basically said, I don't know why I still feel so crappy, but I've had 9 booster shots and I get sick after every one. And
every time he gets sick.
I don't understand. I'm getting sick every time. And it's not as bad. But
he's definitely not getting the booster.
Yeah.
He said that's from Planet called Punk.
P-O-N-K. P-O-N-K, Chris said.
What did Reggie say?
Reggie says, you're exactly killing your immune system with vaccines. Yes.
Yes, you are.
You
Some
are.
of those vaccines got mercury in it.
Yes. And so
you shouldn't be putting that in your system. Here's the thing.
When you ask the doctor what's
he don't even know what the hell in it.
Right. When you ask the doctor what's in the vaccine and they can't tell you, why the hell would you go ahead and inject this into yourself?
Go on and give me. You don't even know what it is.
You don't know what it is, but
hook me up.
Fuck it, I'll take it.
Hook me up with the good stuff.
No, for real, bro.
Happy birthday,
is
Chip.
Crazy, yes.
Happy birthday to you,
Happy
brother.
Born Day, King. Hey, 9 it's absolutely crazy. So, and let's talk about this. We are only 4 years into this whole pandemic.
Yeah, 2020.
Why the fuck you got 9 shots?
Yeah, they hooking him up like he
Like
getting
he got a
he
discount.
getting a one shot, get a new shot coupon. Buy one shot, get another
Get
shot
one
coupon.
free. So like he getting some sort
He
of
got a lifetime
discount.
subscription to the nose swab.
Man, look here. Look here. All right.
He
So
got COVID boogers.
I got another video, which is
What?
I forgot what this. Oh, this one's interesting. This is talking about
And how they find COVID in your boogers anyway? They's like, give me your nose.
your
Come here.
snot.
Come here.
Because
Give me
it's
your
in
nose.
well, your mucus.
Yeah, but why didn't they just swab the mouth like they do everything else? Why did they go all up in your brain and shit?
I don't know. That's a good question. Sincere's in
Sincere
the building.
What's up, baby? How y'all doing out there?
I don't know. Like I never thought of it that way. I mean, because it's
Mucus is mucus.
DNA is DNA though. Like
yeah,
it
it's
shouldn't matter.
saliva, whatever.
It really shouldn't matter because, like, yeah, I don't know.
I heard you can trick the COVID test with an orange.
What you mean? Like, how you do
You
that?
just squeeze an orange on it,
and then what happens?
and then it shows up positive.
So they're injecting COVID into the oranges
No,
now?
I just think that the test is a piece of shit. That's what
Well, so here's another interesting thing that I put that you actually sent it to me. This next video is talking about the graphs about how the older people that got vaccinated and shit.
And now they gone. Rest in heaven.
Let's get into it real quick. Let me see here. Y'all check this one out too. And this one is this the one?
I personally think the reason kids get sick so much is because they are too clean. I don't think they clean at all. Kids need exposure to the elements. Their immune system gets stronger. Look at me. I come from the gutter. Yeah, I don't think they're clean at all. I don't think they're washing their hands or nothing, and that's why they're getting sick.
We're talking about what, the kids?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then that's the thing.
They picking their nose and rubbing it on the next kid.
Yeah, and then the way that the germs and viruses are today because of the food, which we're going to get into, everything is elevated now. Everything is moving at a more faster pace of how it's attacking you. So, some of these viruses now, they don't wait no more.
This look like Instagram too.
This is Instagram, and this one is from Alberta Politics.
That AHS was publishing all their data on their weekly dashboard, and all of a sudden an international podcaster noticed, oh my goodness, look at this Alberta data that's published by AHS. It demonstrates that for senior citizens over the age of 80, there's this huge exponential increase in deaths of people between days 5 and day 8 immediately following either their first or their second shot of the vaccine. Oh my goodness, look at this. That shows a very strong correlation between vaccinating senior citizens and their immediate deaths. So when this came out in the public, right, and keep in mind, I cross-examined Alberta government officials about this during the Hinshaw case, and they all wanted nothing to do with this conversation. But what was the reaction of AHS to having it pointed out that their own data demonstrated a correlation that at the very least should have been investigated? It wasn't necessarily proof positive that they're killing senior citizens with the shots, but there was a very strong correlation that required investigation. What did our public health officials do? Did they conduct an investigation? Of course not. They immediately tried to scrub the internet of the graphs and tried to bury the information, the death spike graphs that were published by AHS. And what happened was,
I don't like this
AHS
dude's
was publishing all their.
His jacket got COVID, and I don't appreciate it. They need to go ahead and just get rid of that jacket. Put that jacket in the fire. He said, but when I was a kid, all the kids were gross. Sheesh. You should have seen where people in my class were from. Blacks and whites were. He's moving it. Stop moving it. Blacks and whites were all nasty and hell. The South is dirty, bro.
But see, once again, though, we're talking about a time frame, right? That was a little bit different. And what I mean by that is, like, we didn't have some of the shit that we have today back then. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let's get this out of here.
You have to put it back on one man.
Like, let me get you out of there. we didn't have a lot of the stuff that we have today. Like the ADHDs and some of these so-called diseases, like a lot of this shit wasn't happening back in the day. And reason being, right, is first of all, let me ask y'all that's watching. What do y'all think the number one reason is? The reason why we didn't have some of these diseases that we have today? Let's really think about it long and hard. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet, but we getting ready to get into it. But there's one particular reason why things have changed since, the 60s, 70s, and even the 80s from when we all grew up to now. Because there's so many new diseases. There's a new this, there's a new strand of this, a new strand of that. We ain't talking about weed. You know what I'm saying? We talking about like all of these defects. So Chris, I know his head is spinning. So say if you're still in the building, you might get that.
Chris, that's how it was for everybody back in the day. Nobody knew everybody was poor on the block. We just was all poor together, and that's what it was.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and that's what it is. Period. Though, like when you raise your family or your kids or whatever in a certain type of situation, that's all they know. Like my younger kids don't know. Well, really, all my kids don't know nothing about a hood. Nothing about a hood. Yes, he said all this mess is made in petri dishes and it's all planned. Yeah, man. So
yeah, the bulk of it is they over there playing around.
So, I think you know what the number one answer is, right? Why we didn't have this stuff back in the day.
Well, the food was probably better, first of all, and second of all, we had less dusty butts running the street.
It ain't even about the dusty butts. It really ain't about the dusty butts. The food, man. It's the fucking food.
He said his family migrated to the U.S. from France in the 60s. They had what? Clear?
Had to clear medical to get here.
Yeah, everybody
yeah.
Unless you jump in the border like they do now, but that's a whole nother show.
Well, you ain't got to jump the border now. You just walk in.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kamala.
Appreciate it, Biden.
Jordan says, he says, now you got people from all over and they're bringing their bullshit with them. No, like legit.
What you mean, you people?
I know, right? I was waiting. Jordan says people get sick faster these days because of the food we eat.
Yeah,
yes,
we eat crap.
But also because people aren't clean. So when they actually get introduced, I was reading it, babe.
Sorry.
So when they actually get introduced to a virus, they haven't been introduced to it yet as they should have been. Yeah, so it comes down to the food.
Yeah, the food.
It comes down to the food, which brings me to this next point. We kind of talked about this a couple weeks back where we were talking a little bit about, the plastic cabbage and
right. Chris, we're going to touch on that subject in a little bit as soon as we get past the food.
Yeah. Oh, the pox.
The monkey pox.
Right. What'd he say? Margaret Sanger, Planned Parenthood started the shots and the eugenic program.
Yeah, the eugenics program.
She was behind Planned Parenthood.
She's an evil woman too.
The guys in Alabama, they're all a form of population control. If a certain
she might as well be our Lester Crowley.
Yep, the new way to take you out is chemically. Yeah, do it chemically now, and that's what we've been saying. So, they attack us in our food, and I hope you guys share this video for real. You could tell them start watching it at 38 minutes, whatever. But they attack us in our food. It's being proven day in and day out. The one thing that's changed over time drastically and dramatically is the food. The food that we eat is being mass produced now. Now they're producing our food inside of laboratories.
Right.
They're no longer going and picking the shit from the farms and crops and all of that. Like it's being produced in laboratories. So when you read on your food and it says, this is a non-GMO product, like you might want to look deeper into that one because everything else is GMO. And if you don't know what that means, it's genetically modified. So anything that says that, or you got milk and it says may contain nuts.
Yeah. Well, milk is used to make Elmer's glue. That's what Elmer's glue is made of.
And I mean,
a lot of people don't know that.
And no, listen, and like some of it, like I've gotten to the point where they say it's a lifestyle change, and this is one true fact because of how we eat now, and Sean made a joke the other day and was like, we was looking at something and it said, the chick said, she read it like this. It was, how did she do it? It was on that group of women that they was reading the jokes. They was trying not to laugh.
Oh, and they go,
yeah. So she said something like, even though she big, people ask her how she vegan and she's still fat or some shit like that, right? So here's the answer to that question. People ain't been vegan their whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and probably the vegetables they eating ain't the right ones.
Right. And when you do change that diet, you will lose weight. It takes a certain it takes time and it comes off the way it's supposed to. Like Sean doesn't realize that he's lost over 100 something plus pounds, but we can all see it.
People, Sincere says people used to grow their own food, gardens, etc. It was all homegrown, organic. Now it's the pesticides.
Yeah.
Even so just to chime in on that, Sincere, even the organic has pesticides on it.
Organic.
Organic doesn't mean non-pesticide. What it means is that
there's one item.
It's grown in real soil. So the soil doesn't have any
well, no, they can stick an organic label on organic now if there's just one thing in it that is organic.
Not according to the EC corporation. So the EC corporation is like the police of organic.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have 7 or 8 things. I can't remember what they are, but you have to have 7 or 8 things to make sure that it's organic. And the soil has to be clean. You can't use nitrates. You can't use fertilizer. You got to use like compost and stuff like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
But they still spray them with pesticides.
Right.
So just to let you guys know, when you get your fruits and vegetables, you need to be cleaning them.
Yeah, man. And for those who, most black people out there, they clean their fruit a certain type of way, just like they clean their meat. You know what I'm saying?
He said they didn't think there was going to be enough food to feed the world. That's a lie. They're paying these people to throw food away.
Well, and here's the thing with that. Like, enough food to feed the world. When we're talking about enough food to feed the world, what are we talking about? Because if you're talking about
only the world that can pay for it.
Right.
Because if you can't pay for it, they're not feeding you.
Right. So if you're talking about meat,
and if you're gonna throw away all this food, why don't they just give it to the people who can't eat?
Because you can grow a fucking apple tree, man. You know what I'm saying? You can grow herbs and berries and fruits and vegetables. Like that stuff you can grow out of the ground. You just get some seeds.
You do.
So what are we talking about?
Yeah, you do got to grow your own food nowadays.
Yeah,
we about to, and we're gonna show y'all videos on how we started ours.
Yeah, I'm actually when fall, I said this in a couple of videos ago, but when the fall hits, when it gets cooler,
we're gonna order the stuff and we're gonna start
prepping my backyard for what's gonna be what, and what's gonna go where,
and we're gonna show you how we did it.
Yeah, we're gonna hook it up, man, because it's time.
That's when China came out with the one-child policy. Yeah.
Well, that's what.
Hey, they're suffering because of that one-child policy.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother show in itself.
Yeah, that is.
We can talk about that if y'all want to talk about that.
Reggie said he got a garden going. What you got in your garden?
What you got, Reggie?
Yeah, what
I can come over there and buy some cucumbers or something.
I'm trying to tell you, when I start growing my stuff,
we need to trade. You want to trade?
Yeah.
You want to trade?
It's a couple people I'm gonna be in touch with on the barter and trade.
Back in the 80s, it was a big deal. It was.
Yeah.
And he said it was about the population on the planet. Yeah.
So I ain't trying to scare nobody, but this meat situation.
Oh yeah.
Now here, first and foremost, let me just say this. Let me give y'all a disclaimer. I am not one of them people that decides to do a life change or a lifestyle change, and then I start preaching to people that they need to go do the exact same thing I'm doing. All I do is share what I'm doing, and I share my journey. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. I'm not finna tell you you're wrong or you're right.
We the best.
But I will say this. I just talked to somebody yesterday who has changed their lifestyle and is feeling better, looking better, smelling better, just all around better. My daughter's boyfriend was actually explaining to some people why eating meat was bad for them, and he swore he would never stop eating meat. So, and I had him for a week.
No, so I mean the meat is bad because of what they're feeding them.
Well,
It
we're
ain't
not
like it
supposed to
was when we was
consume it
fam.
either.
It wasn't like when
Yeah.
our grandparents had cows in the
And they would
backyard
slaughter them.
and they would slaughter
yeah.
them properly and
Yeah,
they
'cause my
used the
mama used
proper
to tell me
cleaning methods
stories.
and they cut the right stuff off the meat. Now they just saying, here, man, just throw this on the
Well,
grill.
yeah, there's if you didn't watch it on Netflix, the show about the twins, the guy who was doing, had a chicken farm basically. He had these big ass silo looking things.
Right.
He had nothing but chickens and stuff in there, and he just said how him raising these chickens on this farm, he was like, I will never eat this shit.
Yeah.
He's like, I can guarantee you that there's chickens in here that have diseases because there's so many of them. Who
They're
you
on
gonna
top.
pick them out?
They walking on
How you-
top of each
yeah,
other. They
when
not cleaning the
one
shit
is
up.
infected, he infecting
And
everybody else.
chickens are like pigs. They'll eat anything.
Yeah, so he's like, I've done this. I see it. I'm cool. So he stopped. One day he just woke up cold turkey, stopped selling chickens. But the funny part was he went into the mushroom business and now he quadrupled.
Yeah, he's making more money.
He quadrupled what he's making with these chickens.
Yeah, he would have to kill a lot of chickens because he couldn't get them off. He couldn't sell them.
Yeah. So
And then he said he quit, and this lady showed him how to make mushrooms from scratch, and he started selling mushrooms, and now he's got a multi-million-dollar company.
Yep. So
he said green peppers, hot pepper,
oregano's,
bell pepper, watermelon, onions.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm about to come over your head.
Corn on you got watermelons?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to show us how to grow them watermelons because I need some of that in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Reggie, I'm gonna be hollering at you.
We're gonna be over your house,
if
Reggie.
you got some stuff in abundance, I will gladly.
We'll buy you extras, whatever you don't eat.
For real, I will gladly come.
I'd rather buy it from you than buy it from the store.
And that's for anybody who public service announcement for anybody out there who has a garden and you grow in a garden. Please holler at us if you got extra shit that you're trying to get rid of, because we will gladly come buy it from you. Because I'd rather come shopping in your backyard than Smith's any day.
He said, okay, here's where I'm not totally sold on this.
You saw me at the party. I'm 51 years old. This is a man that doesn't anything but the discount rack at the market. You don't eat anything but the discount rack at the market?
Oh, the discount rack in the market.
All right, so you want me to be honest with you? You want me to be honest with you, Chris? I'm going to be honest with you right now. So here's the thing. There is a difference between your DNA and my DNA, being that you are a white male. So you can eat meat and shit because your stomach acid is stronger than mine. Mine is not stronger.
It burns hotter.
It burns hotter. Mine is not designed, and when I say mine, I'm talking about people with melanin in them.
Hey, are you Chris, are you lactose intolerant?
Yeah, that's another question. I was gonna get into
that'll tell you how much melanin you have in your body.
Yeah, because if you're not lactose intolerant, that means you're one of the few that can pretty much eat whatever the fuck you want to eat.
Yeah.
And so you could consider a rock gut because it's like, and for lack of better words, it's a DNA factor. Now, you don't believe me?
I cook all my own food.
Go look it up.
Yeah.
He says he's borderline. He's almost lactose intolerant. So. Yeah. Which makes sense because, like I say, Chris is one of the blackest white boys I know.
Well, I think he albino. You know what I'm saying? He just albino.
Right.
But, the Listeria is in the meat now.
In the meat, y'all.
It was just on the news the other day.
And we were saying that because this was segueing us into what we were saying. Like, there's supposedly this is the next pandemic.
They said another one's supposed to show up soon.
Right.
And Listeria is going to be the cause of it. So hopefully
all you meat eaters out there.
Well, I'm just saying if they get sick, they're going to end up getting everybody sick. So hopefully you guys are watching what you eat, you're cleaning your meats the proper way, making sure you store them the proper way. Check your meats, guys, especially for the people who watch our show. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor, but people are dying from eating meat. So please check your meats. Make sure ain't nothing crawling in there, and be careful out there.
Yeah, I mean,
and if you're gonna cook them. Some people like them
that
with
medium well, and
they like them bloody and stuff.
You might want to stop doing that.
You might have to cook it all the way through, man. just for a little while till things blow over. You know what I'm saying?
Now, when you say, Chris, it's why am I in better shape than people half my age? I don't do any organic anything.
The organic is not really the issue. It's the pesticides that you can handle, the pesticides and the nitrates. So if it's non-organic, they put a lot of nitrates in the food. And if your body can handle it, it can handle it. Like some people can drink Coke. Some people can't.
The thing about it is, as you go on a journey of increasing your life span, like that's what I like to call it, you will find that you will be getting sensitive to certain things because they happen with me. I can't eat anything that's super bad for you.
Yeah, it
Like,
messes me up now. Like
yeah.
I used to be a chicken head, man. I used to
Oh,
eat chicken
man.
like 4 or 5 times a week.
Man, every day.
And now when I smell it, I'll be like, oh no, I can't have it. Like
Right.
it's but we've been over a year now.
It's been over a year.
Yeah, over a year eating vegetables.
So
And I'm slow. I ain't working out. I'm slowly losing weight. If I worked out, I'm probably sure it would fall off me fast.
yeah, it would be it would be hella quicker. And that's the same with me. Like I lost 40 pounds and I've maintained it. And so like the other day, we went to the gas station or whatever, and I got some chocolate or something. And like I ate this, like it was some candy. I ate it, and literally within like soon after I ate it, I was just like womp 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 womp. Like I felt like total shit.
Yeah.
And I did not like the way I felt. So like what happens when you do this lifestyle journey is as you go through it, you notice that you like the way you feel so much that
You stop eating the other stuff.
yeah, when you start eating, when you eat stuff and you can see that it makes you feel a certain type of way, you're like, I'm cool. Cause I like being energized. I like I'm literally, even when I'm tired, like, you know how you crawl out the bed? Nah, I literally just bounce out the bed. And
most of them are getting sick, Chris, is because they don't have a balance. They're not doing the research on what vegetables to eat, when to eat them, and how to cook them and prepare them. A lot of them are usually, most vegans get sick because they eat a lot of carbs.
Yeah, there's a balance.
You're supposed to balance out your carbs with your vegetables. A lot of vegans get sick over sugar, and it's because of the carbs. They're like, oh well, it ain't meat, and they eating French fries, potatoes, and pasta
And
every day, and
bread,
bread every day. Then that's why they're getting sick.
And here's the thing: we're not vegan; we're plant based. Like we don't want to
We
get
just
this misconstrued.
we eat plants. I don't eat soy. I don't eat
tofu,
Beyond Meats,
tofu,
Beyond
meat,
nothing like that. It's got to be a real. There got to be a real plant that grow from the ground up.
It's got to be it's got to be plants. It's got to be vegetables, plants, or mushrooms, and then we'll consume it.
You're
and
talking about RNA, and RNA is where the programming. Yeah,
it's for the cell. Yeah,
your cells, you're correct. And your blood type and your RNA they come hand in hand. So a lot of people with different blood types can eat certain things. There's certain things in my diet that I'm not supposed to eat at all.
Right. Yeah, like he's not supposed to have almonds.
And I love almonds.
But he's not supposed to have them in like an abundance.
I eat them in moderation though. And vegans, according to what I read that a vegan is that they don't eat any meats, but they eat tofu. They eat synthetic foods.
Right.
So they'll eat tofu, they'll eat soy, they'll eat what they call that other stuff?
Beyond Meat.
Beyond Meats, and
they'll eat everything but
so that stuff will kill you.
Vegans don't eat anything or wear anything that had a heartbeat.
And most people say vegans can't bulk up in the gym, and that's a lie too.
A lie.
They're not eating the right vegetables.
I've seen.
So if you want to get buff in the gym, you want to eat alfalfa sprouts and dandelions and avocados.
Yep, it's a few things out there that you want to eat.
There's a bunch of stuff you want to eat. Lectins. There's wild rice you can eat. There's a bunch of stuff that you can eat. They don't dibble dabble into the stuff that makes
And
them.
you have to understand too, these people who are this size like that, they're eating like multiple times a day, not big portions, but they're eating consistently all day.
Well,
because
silverback
they're
baby,
burning
silverback gorillas don't
all
eat
day.
meat.
Right.
They don't eat meat. All they eat is fruit and vegetables and
That's
berries.
I be trying to tell people, horses, these
fruits,
fucking
fruits,
thoroughbreds
vegetables.
and stallions.
So when a horse starts to lose its muscles and its weight, they give them alfalfa sprouts with the hay.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, a week later, they buff again.
Yep.
So yeah, it's how you arrange the plant-based diet is how your body will look.
Right.
Right now, only thing I'm eating is avocados. I'm not trying to gain weight. I'm trying to lose weight. So and I love avocados.
His thing is toning too, because like what's happening is he's strong as hell, but then the defining
Yeah, I'm loose.
part
My skin is loose.
it's loose around his toning, because like he's yoked in certain places, and then but it's the skin that has to, because at some point Sean's gonna have to have a surgery.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some of this stuff cut
he's
off.
got to have it removed. The stuff that's gonna just be kind of.
He said chicken people
displaced.
don't know there's been bird flu. Yeah, a couple of years. It's way longer than that. Bird flu's been around a long time. You really and that's why they hit those chickens with what they call it, antibiotics.
Yeah,
they hit those chickens and those cows with antibiotics.
Exactly.
And they're growing those chickens too fast.
Right, and that's the thing that
they're kicking out chickens in like what 8 weeks,
something like
8 or
that.
9
And
weeks.
that's what the guy was saying that had the farm. He was like, "This is unreal. Like y'all don't even understand what's happening." He was like, "I couldn't do it no more." And for somebody who's been doing it for years, he said he was doing it for like 30 something years, right? And he just woke up and was like, "I'm cool." He's like, "I'm done," because he was like, "I can't eat it." He was like, "Because I know, I see it. I'm looking at it." He's like, "I'm looking at sick chickens, getting other chickens sick, and they shipping them right on off."
Yeah,
I'm like, that's crazy.
So most vegans die from dehydration.
Yep.
Most people die from dehydration, period.
Yeah, you don't even know you're dehydrated half the time.
Yeah, the
Tony Roby in the building. He say I'm on a diet.
Some of the biggest killers of people is dehydration. Yes, limiting your salt is good, but you shouldn't take it completely out of your diet, and you should be consulting your doctor on how much salt you should be having in your meals.
And that also dictates in the summer. So there's something that I do in the summer because I sweat a lot. So I eat sunflower seeds.
Right.
Because of the salt. So I'm putting the salt back into my body that I'm losing. It's just something that I do. I keeps me a bag of sunflower seeds when I'm at work, and throughout the day I'll eat them. And I'll also keep
and if I add salt, it's usually sea salt or Celtic salt.
Yep. Yeah.
Natural salts that come from the ocean or from
the rocks.
Yeah, from the rocks. I don't use ionized salt because that raises it gives you high blood pressure. But ionized salt is good to wash your vegetables with, though.
And vinegar.
It'll take that wax off your apples and stuff.
No, Chris said some shit that I've been saying for years. What? He said, "I'm curious what eugenics research has to say about this is politically incorrect, as they did." No, not that one. Wait,
which one, baby?
Where's it at?
What, this one?
Yeah. Oh, put it back. He says, "Yeah, Reginald, I've been wondering about that. Eggs are expensive as hell, and yet chicken legs go on sale for £2 for $1. I don't get it."
For sure. Yeah, eggs.
Listen. I've been saying this for a long time. We're not eating chicken. We're not eating chicken, guys.
Some of that stuff can't be chicken.
It's not chicken. Because you could take everybody the people that are watching right now. I want you to do something. If you live in an apartment, just think about the people that are on your floor or on your street, right? If you're in an apartment, if you're in a house, think about everybody that's on your street. If y'all all went to the grocery store and decided you was going to buy some chicken, you would run out of chicken at the grocery store right then and there. It would not be enough chicken. So what the fuck is we eating? Right? Because now you got eggs and you got chicken. So the chicken's got to make eggs. So we got to eat the eggs and we got to eat the chickens, but the chicken's got to make eggs. Come on now. We're not cranking out enough. And then I should have pulled that video up of what a chicken egg really is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Y'all think of a chicken's period.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They're
It's
like,
a menstrual cycle.
it's a menstrual cycle is what it is. And they're
Yeah.
like, we're eating that.
Yum, yum,
It's
dim
not
sum.
a baby egg like you thought it was. It's a
Dim
fucking
sum.
menstrual cycle.
He said, I'm
So-
not a big fan of my heritage, but the French are very big on proper diet. So a lot of Europeans are. Their whole social system is that way. You're correct, Chris. He says they don't treat this. They don't
treat symptoms over there. They fix them so you don't return.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's how the whole
That's how medicine's supposed
started.
to be.
That's how it started.
Yeah, it's
you know
supposed to
what I'm
be
saying?
like that. He says, remember that old Burger King advertising with the chicken fingers? Yeah. And we know that's not chicken fingers. That's like some type of pink paste.
Man, listen, all we're saying is, and let me go into what this Listeria is real quick.
But you got a video for that?
No. I'm just gonna read something that I pulled up. So
uh,
for people who don't know what Listeria is, it's a bacteria, basically a bacteria parasite, right? And if you understand how the human body works, is we all have bacteria, we all have parasites, we all have worms. So to get rid of them, you have to eat certain things that will legitimately flush them out of your system, whether you shit them out, pee them out, or they come out in your skin and your sheets, right? So that's the way you get rid of them. And again, that comes down to what we eat. So it says, as of August 8th, 2024, there is an ongoing multi-state outbreak of Listeria monocytogenes infections linked to meats sliced at delis.
Processed meats.
Right. Once again, and all meat is what? Processed. The outbreak has been reported in 13 states with 43 people infected and illnesses beginning between May 29th and July 19th, 2024. Of the 34 people with available information, all have been hospitalized and 2 deaths have been reported in Illinois and New Jersey. The true number of sick people is likely higher than the number reported, and the outbreak may not be limited to the states with known illnesses. So, once again, we got something new that's done showed up. It's not really something new. It's just
Monkeypox is old.
Yeah, it's what they call the bacteria.
It's running rampant now. So as of April, the U.S. has reported 744 cases of Clade 2 monkeypox in 2024. According to the CDC weekly reporting system, Wisconsin only saw 2 cases between January and April 2024. New York City, by far, accounted the most cases.
Yeah, because it's all them.
And New York City's getting a lot of traffic.
Right. It's because of all.
So I'm sure Chicago's probably next. It's 151 cases.
Coast,
yeah. 151 cases in New York City.
They have all those migrants in New York right now. So yeah, that's nothing but.
And this particular
disease is coming in.
This particular disease you can get just from a handshake.
Wow.
So when you slapping 5 or bumping knuckles, giving each other a pound like this, you can get it just from that. So radio dispatch all the homies, you will be no longer shaking hands and kissing babies. No more kissing babies and shaking hands.
Here's the thing though, if your immune system is strong.
Right, I wouldn't play with the monkeypox, but if your immune system is strong,
with none of it. But
you should be straight.
If your immune system is strong, you can fight off anything.
I can't be walking around here like Bumpy Johnson. I can't do it.
Now, to keep your immune system strong, you got to do what? You got to eat right.
Yeah.
Let me give you some of the fruits and vegetables that I suggest you
put
into your archives.
I can't be. No, they're gonna need some herbs. They're gonna have to clean up them worms.
Well, no, I'm gonna say the fruits and vegetables first. So let's get them to start eating right before we start, because doing herbs is hard. Like people don't like tea, they don't drink tea, they don't know how to make tea.
Get your water, your fruit water intake and vegetable water intake.
Fruit water intake is number 1, man. Yo, watermelon seeded. If your fruits is not seeded, you not eating the right shit.
Cucumbers.
What's up, Pat? Love you too, man. He said he just had to hop on and say, hey, y'all.
Oh, hey, Pat. What up, man? How you doing, buddy? Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Pat, what you doing the 30th through the 14th?
He said, and you be eating Subway.
Got a show I might want to
with them processed meat. Hey, Subway's about to close.
Right. Oh, that's another thing. We was gonna talk about
Yeah.
all these food places. That we might do that next week.
Yeah, we have to talk
For
about
that
all these
$20 an
layoffs.
hour.
All these layoffs about to happen.
Right. There's so much getting shut down. Your Farmer Boys, your Buffalo Wild Wings.
So great. Just a brief synopsis on that. Historians and economists
Pat says he good. He says, "Hey,
say
I'm
that
good."
when Detroit starts laying people off, the rest of the world follows. And Detroit just laid off Stellantis and Dodge. So Dodge is getting laid off. Stellantis, which is used to be Chrysler, it's called Stellantis. And then there's one more that's getting laid off. So it's starting over there in Detroit. That means the rest of the world is going to follow.
And you take what you want from this information, that we give.
You do what you want to do with it. We just trying to help.
What we gonna do.
We just trying to help.
You do what you do. But
Any questions out there, y'all? You want to throw up the question?
Go on, throw it up there, baby. Go on, throw it up there.
You find it.
You want to do it? You want to do it?
Questions.
Look at him. He found it.
Questions.
Look at him go. Chris says, I don't miss any of these fast food joints. I quit eating that shit years ago. No, Chris, I did too.
For sure.
And don't get it wrong. Like, I still go to like certain places and get some fries because you can get fries. But yeah, hard times are coming.
Y'all save your money. We're gonna be talking about that next week.
Yeah, they coming.
Hard times are coming, especially if you're overextended in how you're spending your budgets
and your minimum payments
and your minimum monthly payments
and your Klarna and everything.
You need to start, knocking them bills down because next year is going to be tough. Even if the right president gets in and starts making proper changes.
What is the right president?
We don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is even if the person does everything that's right, still going to take 2 to 3 years for us to see.
Yep.
For us to get the feeling of, things are changing.
Right. It takes a minute.
We'll talk about it later, but on next week we'll talk about how many people are going to be losing their jobs and what they can do to try to supplement it.
He said, "How about the shit show in Chicago? Look at me, Mom. I get to be paid to raise hell and act like an asshole on camera."
Yeah, man, it's crazy going on out there.
Hey, but to sum it up, man, like when it comes down to the health and stuff, do some homework or do some research and understand that.
And then
watch what you put in your mouth.
Go see your doctor. Get a full blood panel.
I said, watch what you put in your mouth.
Yeah. Go get a full blood panel
first and foremost,
and let them tell you what's going on, and then that'll tell you what you need to take out of your diet
or add to your diet
to get yourself in the right position. But just don't go cold turkey, not knowing what you're doing.
No, that's how you die.
Make sure you do this with a doctor. Have your blood taken, have them do a full blood panel.
Yeah, because you got to know what's going on with your body to know what to give your body. You know what I'm saying? So like I know I have an iron deficiency and a vitamin D deficiency. I'm vitamin D deficient because I don't go outside. So that's one of my biggest problems. But
Project 2015, what's that?
That's the first I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I haven't looked at 2015. I saw the one that everybody was crying about, the 2025, but not 2015.
Which we already debunked 2025.
Is it written by the same people that did 2025?
Salt seems to be the biggest thing people need to cut back on. No, it's not. It's not actually, Chris.
Salt, good salt is good for you. It's sugar that's killing folks.
Sugar's the problem.
Yeah,
sugar's the absolute problem. Like even like I said before, if I consume too much sugar, I'll get sick instantly. Like I'm talking within minutes. My body tells me like, dude, you tripping. This is too much. So with salt, I just blow up.
Yeah, Reggie, we talked about that. What?
We
shows ago?
We did 2025 Project 2025. I forgot which show it was.
3 shows ago,
but it was maybe about a month ago. I think we did.
Yeah, 2 shows.
You have to go back in the archives.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we talked about it briefly in like 30 minutes, but we talked about it.
Into it.
It's basically what we came down to is that it's a bunch of authors writing it. It's not the agenda of any president. It's just people writing stuff on what they think should happen. It's like us talking, having a Discord right now on what we think should happen in the next election.
Salt is a bad thing too, but like I say, what they're not telling you about
What
sugar.
kind of salt?
Right. With sugar destroys cells. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, sugar will kill you.
sugar will legitimately kill you. Not to say salt won't either, but sugar will destroy cells and cause you to get fat. It'll stop your body from working a certain type of way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where you won't, and that's the thing with sugar. Like I've done it where I'm like, I can't fucking function right now.
Yeah,
And my body will start to shut down. So because of
they tried to get me today with a chocolate cheese day. I was like, nope.
With a chocolate what?
Chocolate cheesecake.
A chocolate cheesecake.
Yeah, somebody's
How you
birthday.
do that?
I don't know, but it was a chocolate cheesecake. And it looked mighty scrumptious, but I
You
just
didn't taste it?
No, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Because it was chocolate. If it was regular cheesecake, you would have tasted
Nah,
it.
I didn't do it. I just was like, no, I'm trying to get my life right.
We're gonna go work out as soon as we air this off.
I'm going to bed. I got to get up in the morning. You the one get to sleep in, which you no job having it.
He say that, but he don't want me to go to work.
You still ain't got no job.
I do. I go to work.
Any other questions out there, y'all? If not, we're going to get up out of here. We forgot to do the intro, but we definitely going to hit you with the outro. I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams.
I am Treasure Cheltenham.
Oh,
I
hold
too
on,
am
Jody.
one of the hams.
Jody said he got something. What's up, Jody?
Jody.
What you got for us, Jody?
Yep. Reggie says the only sugar that your body needs is from natural
fruits. Yeah.
That is 1000% correct.
Yeah,
Chris
because
says one
those
thing I like to do.
and the reason why, Reg, is because they're mono sugars. They're not poly. Poly sugars is where we get in trouble.
Hey, Chris, on that watch some Chris, on those vegetables and stuff, I got a mix that you'll love. It's green apples, celery, cucumber, ginger, parsley, cilantro, lemon, and paprika.
Oh, for juice?
Yeah.
Not paprika.
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper. And don't put a whole heap of that shit in there like my wife and them be doing.
Hey man, that cayenne good for you.
No, you need to be lenient with the Kanye.
Kanye easy.
Any questions? Easy. Jody, you got a question?
Nah, I think Jody was just agreeing.
Okay. Well, thank y'all for coming out Wednesday night, every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on Hump Day. I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams.
I am Treasure Cheltenham, and I too am one of the hams. And this is.
And this is the Ham Show.
He be scrolling worse than I do, man.
And we are the hams. We'll post the recipe on the site. We're only going to post it on YouTube. So if you want the recipe, you got to get it off YouTube. We're gonna put it in the description.
No, we gonna post it with me making it. How about that?
We'll make it. Yeah,
we'll post it like that.
But we'll post the ingredients so they can get started now.
Yeah.
And then we'll post it only on YouTube, y'all.
Only on YouTube.
We're only gonna post it on YouTube. So if you want the recipe, that's where it's gonna be. Hopefully next week we can start the cooking shows. And we're going to try to get in where we fit in. I want some cake recipe.
I want the cake recipe.
You ain't getting that.
Nah, buddy. Nah, buddy.
He said, check out the message.
I got you, Reggie. I'm going to look at it. But anyway, we thank y'all for tuning in with us so diligently every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We're going to get into some greasiness next week.
This is the Ham Show.
What we talking about next week?
I think I mean, honestly, we
might do it.
We got some faithful listeners, and watchers.
Yeah.
But we need to get more people out here. So we might have to get a little greasy and start talking some real shit.
Yeah.
Because, people like mess.
Yeah,
they like to be in the mess.
Yeah, y'all do. We're gonna probably talk about some mess next week.
Yes.
Yeah, just because.
We're gonna figure it out, but we need to get these numbers up.
And we want to make sure we put some healthy shit out there too, because this is a health month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get these numbers up and we're gonna start talking shit because that's what people like. Seem like every time we start having controversy, that's when people want to chime on in.
Yeah, it'd be 30 people like,
yeah.
What?
But y'all have a good evening, and we will see y'all next week, Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Don't be late, and we'll see you.
Hump Day.
A cooking show.
We out, y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.